So this one's a bit of an exception for me. I don't really react to gaming news or anything happening in the industry, but I think this one requires a little bit of an exception because this is a franchise that I hold close to my heart, and it's played a huge role in my teenage years. I mean, it was an obsession of mine for maybe 15 to 20 years. And of course, I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid. It probably made me into the person I am today to a degree. There's a lot to get into, which I won't go into that deep, because otherwise this is going to be a very long video. But long story short, MGS4 has been saved from the bit grave, or bit rot, whatever you'd like to call it, from obscurity. So this is my day one release of MGS4 that I pre-ordered on PlayStation 3, and I picked this up from GameStation. When was that? 2008. So I was still a teenager. I was very much a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid 3. Still to this day, my favourite game ever made. Like, it's perfection, Metal Gear Solid 3 is. And I really wanted to have a continuation of the story between the end of Metal Gear Solid 2 onwards that involved Big Boss. And this was teased. So yeah, it was a huge deal for me. Huge deal for me. There was an incredible hype around this game because at the time, you know, PC gaming had gone to a certain threshold, and the PS3 caused a huge scene with all its promised and hyped games, where with the cell broadband architecture, you know, things were, some of the trailers and physics being released were mind-boggling. People were saying like PC gaming's dead for now, which is true to a degree, right? A lot of people did buy Xbox 360s and PlayStation 3s. It was such a revolutionary leap in technology that it was that one period of time that actually consoles are pretty much doing kind of better than PC gaming. So what I'm going to do is going to look back at some of the old trailers before I check out the new trailer for this latest PlayStation 5 release. But come on, the hype around this.
In the not too distant future, warfare is the basis of the global economy. And technology has created a new kind of military.
We're moving out.
Where every move and every thought
You don't trust me?
of every soldier
Activated.
can be controlled.
I never thought it would be so easy. The system is mine!
Except for one.
Sounds like the perfect job for me.
Snake, I'm counting on you.
Terminate Liquid.
He's preparing to unleash his insurrection.
Die, Snake!
Your body is approaching its limit.
How long do I have?
When war becomes business,
America had better sleep soundly while she still can.
when armies are bought and sold,
The Patriots are trying to control
It's
the
so-
digital
it's so
flow of
good, like-
information.
They've implemented a system that monitors every soldier engaged in combat action.
who is left in control?
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Is my final mission.
This summer,
Stop! Brother! It's been too long.
evil is powerful.
Die!
But courage is solid.
Here we go!
Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots.
Man, just insane. But it shows how much Kojima really just wanted to be a film director. Like he was just every part of that. My main criticism of Metal Gear Solid 4 is like I just want more, because he obviously cooked for way too long with the cinematography and the story. Like it was everything the fans wanted, right? But he cooked. He wanted to do something that no one's ever done before. It was pretty much a movie in a game. I've got no complaints about the length of the cutscenes. I thought it really gave a different experience. You know, it really filled out the fan base with all the storylines and arcs, and you know, it was all the little visual details in there. You know, he definitely cooked with for a long time. It's a shame that it's one of them games that I itch for that little bit more gameplay. So like there's some of the levels where I'm like, I just wish there was like the odd extra secret area or little part to explore. But I mean, it is one of my favorite Metal Gears. So this is the latest PlayStation 5 Master Collection Volume 2 trailer. So let's see. I haven't even watched it yet. So I'm going to see what it looks like, what it sounds like, what memories it brings back. Let's have a go.
There's one more thing I must do. One last punishment I must endure.
Man, straight up, the FPS. It looks like it's locked at 60 or 60 plus. Straight away, look how crisp it is. So there's a higher resolution to it as well. Wow. And there's more anti-aliasing and texture filtering.
The thing I must do. One last
the
punishment
audio
I
actually
must
sounds
endure.
high fidelity as well, so it might be higher bitrate
One
audio.
last punishment I must endure.
Shadows as well. Shadows are a huge one. Look how crisp and sharp the shadows are. There was always that kind of jagginess to the shadows in the Metal Gear Solid 4, but this gives it a whole new depth. You can really get a sense of depth. Almost looks like CGI to a degree here.
Heaven. He's taken command of this immense army and is now preparing to unleash an insurrection.
Liquid's goal is to seize control of SOP, the Sons of the Patriot system that controls the soldiers.
Will you do this for me? Will you terminate Liquid?
How long is my body gonna hold out?
When all of this is over, you'll have no choice but to accept death.
I have goosebumps.
This is my final mission.
So began the war between Zero and Big Boss.
Do you understand, Snake? Any means
I nearly forgot about that. This game is absolutely crazy. Like it's the most Metal Gear game you can get.
Just stop Liquid's insurrection.
Liquid!
Metal Gear Rex in it as well.
Guardians of the Patriots!
It's crazy.
Because I knew where my loyalty
I
belonged.
need to replay this, man. I got it on PSP.
Nukes. They're bringing nukes
Yeah,
into
that's
Costa
good,
Rica.
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. As our deterrent.
Such a good concept, this storyline as well. Part of me is in pain because it was stuck on.
Jack.
It's
Over
such
and
a good
over.
game was stuck on the PSP. Like if this was actually done on PlayStation 2, man.
Is that you?
It would have been so good. That's my only gripe with Peace Walker. Surreal. Absolutely surreal. On a note of the technical side of it, so the PlayStation 3 had cell broadband architecture, which means that when they were programming it, they essentially had to make everything a smaller task. Like traditionally you'd have this huge loop where you'd process everything on every tick, but the way the cell broadband worked is just multiple smaller strength CPUs where you'd have to like basically make a part of an animation a task, send that off for processing, make part of a sound playback a task, send that for processing. So it was like a micro or multi-thread, multi-core, multi-operational queue kind of architecture where you just offloading a bunch of tasks in parallel, and then they all have to kind of resolve, and then once they're all complete, then you can go on to the next batch. However, this type of programming is becoming way more accessible to just general programmers. Like it's a lot more supported these days. So I'm wondering if they've got some sort of library that can support that, which has allowed them to port this. So I'll have to do a little dig into the technicalities of it. But long story short, big news that it's free. I mean, I think I saw something about this being on Nintendo Switch or something. PlayStation, PC. I don't know about Xbox. I'm assuming Xbox. But this is absolutely huge.
Because big boss.
Absolutely huge. Like for me, no, I'm gonna have to go back and like either replay all of Metal Gear, or maybe just wait for the collection Volume 2 to come out. I don't know. Like older me would have gone back and replayed them all because I'm a huge Metal Gear nut. But I don't know if I have the time at the minute. Time's at a premium in my life at the minute. But yeah, it's a weird one because mentally I put Metal Gear to rest after Metal Gear Solid 5. I played the hell out of that. I had it on PlayStation 3, then PlayStation 4, then PC. And just absolutely played the hell out of it. And, you know, ringing 2 to the Phantom Pain, I think it was an actual Phantom Pain. I think whatever he did with that game, it does feel undercooked, but part of me thinks that Kojima's esoterical enough to kind of troll us and have a fourth wall breaking Phantom Pain experience of our own. I wouldn't put it past him, because he's that type of guy. He's an absolute madman, and it's someone I'd love to pick his brain. You know, he comes across as such an easy guy, but I think he's the master troll of the generation. But you know, aside from Kojima shenanigans and Konami shenanigans over the last 10 years or so, I did know how I felt about the Volume 1, and there was a lot of hoo-ha and upset. But I think I can give them a pass on Volume 2 because, you know, I'd like to own this on PC and play through this on PC. I've got every single Metal Gear Solid game probably ever released, including a lot of the Japanese releases. Not all of them. I got a good few of them. But yeah, I'm not going to go on too much of a rant with it. but Metal Gear has always been a huge part of my life, and it probably influenced me in more ways than I'd like to admit. It's probably opened up a lot of conspiratorial routes for me. But I guess Metal Gear rings true for a lot of fans, where they kind of like the madness, like they kind of like the crazy storylines, and nobody knows what's happening next. But yeah, for me, it's a little bit cathartic, because I finally get to know that it's not forever lost on PlayStation 3. So the fact that this can come to PC now, I think it's a step in the right direction. If Metal Gear Solid 4 can do it, then, then I think it opens the doors for a lot of older games as well to be preserved. So yeah, I'm going to call it that. Thanks for watching.